Okay, so I'm literally the most beautiful girl in the capital. But I'm past 18 and not a single guy has come to propose. Like, I look left, I look right. Is being too pretty actually a crime? Whatever, guess I'm dying alone. I was turning into a spinster right before everyone's eyes. My dad was so desperate he went straight to the emperor. The emperor waved his hand and arranged my marriage to a mute. My mom said that while she was pregnant with me, she kept dreaming about a skylark landing on the windowsill. She and my dad both agreed. The kid they were having was going to be a girl with a voice as sweet and clear as that little bird. So before I was even born, they already had my name picked out, G. Bailing. And from day one, I showed an insane talent for language. While other kids were still mumbling like they had rocks in their mouths, I was already rattling off dad, mom, hungry, gotta pee, the whole vocab list, crystal clear. My dad was absolutely beaming with pride. For a while, his favorite hobby was carrying me around to visit all his coworkers. And funny enough, every single one of those coworkers happened to have a kid around my age. While the other kids were barely squeezing out words, I was confidently greeting every uncle and grandpa in the room. My little Bailing is just so smart and adorable. Oh, don't mind us, haha, don't mind us at all. But after I turned 3, Dad stopped taking me on those little field trips. Not because he didn't want to, he was just scared. I was a girl, after all. If word got out that I never shut up, that would not be a good look. My parents kept revisiting that skylark dream over and over. Eventually, my well-read dad came up with a bold theory. Honey, what if every skylark that showed up in your dream was actually a different bird? Honestly, I don't really remember much from before I was 5 or 6. Oh girl, back then you were like a little skylark, bouncing around, one yell and the whole courtyard was up. So everything from here on is basically my mom's retelling, accuracy not guaranteed. They say kids are unbearable at 7 or 8. For me, that phase kicked in at 3 or 4. And my mom says that's not an exaggeration. The dog literally could not stand me. Our kitchen dog, Big Black, after a few of our conversations, he'd tuck his tail and take the long way around just to avoid me. Other kids wore Lucky Charms or gold necklaces. Me? I wore a little water pouch. Talked too much, got thirsty. Life was pretty routine for the 3 of us back then. Dad left for work early. I wasn't even up yet when he headed out. Mom said whenever I went to find him, I never needed a maid to announce me first. He never worried about the maids mistreating me when he wasn't around, because I told him everything. And I mean everything. How many hairs fell out while combing? Not even food could shut me up. Every afternoon my dad suffered, because that's when he came home. Back then Dad wasn't that high up, so he only had to work half a day. Before I was born, he'd spend his free time just chilling in his study. After I was born, we chilled in the study together. Then Grandma came up from the hometown to pressure Mom into having a son. To give my parents some space, Grandma volunteered to watch me while she was visiting. The old lady walked in all confident, had absolutely no idea what she was getting herself into. I handled your brother's 3 little gremlins just fine. Little Ling is nothing. 1, pff, I could handle 10. You two just focus on making that baby, ha ha. Less than 2 weeks later, Grandma changed her tune. You two should raise the girl yourselves. I thought about it. The G family already has 3 heirs. That's enough, more than enough. My uncle later wrote in a letter that Grandma came down with a mysterious illness the moment she got home. Out of all the battles between Mom and Grandma, this was the first time Mom won without lifting a finger. All thanks to me, her secret weapon. After that, Mom actually started thinking, hey, maybe being a chatterbox isn't so bad after all. But that little thought completely vanished once I was old enough to start school. My academic journey was rough. I'd get sent home in as little as half a day. 3 days was a record. The teacher says 1 thing, your daughter says 3. By the end of class, she's talked more than the teacher. Fine, we're done with that school. I refuse to believe your father is an imperial scholar can't teach 1 little kid. My dad was on the rise those years, court every day, and his workload kept piling up. He'd come home, write reports, and then deal with me. He was visibly aging faster. I always left him completely speechless. Every time he'd get all teary-eyed and let out this long, regretful sigh. My daughter is brilliant, and I couldn't be prouder. It's just a shame. Such a shame. She never stops talking. My parents tried their best to keep my big mouth under wraps, but you can't keep a secret forever. Oh my god! I heard General Zuo had to retire from the battlefield because of this hereditary hand tremor. Couldn't even hold his sword. Sis, you don't think you inherited your dad's condition too, right? That is so tragic. Just tragic. Wait, why is she serving herself? Where are the maids? Don't you know your mistress is sick? Get over here and serve her. Look, her hand is shaking even worse now. A scholar who'd come to the capital for the imperial exam fell for me at first sight. Have you memorized all your books? Got everything ready for the exam? What do you mean no? Then why are you even trying to impress me? Sir, you've got no family status, no exam title. What exactly makes you think I'd be interested? That face of yours that kills my appetite? As I grew older, my reputation spread, both for my looks and for never shutting up. Normal girls start getting matched at 14, 15, married off by 16 or 17. I was almost 19, genuinely pretty, with a real sweet mouth, and not a single suitor showed up.